like an hour 20.
I mean, I'd say Yudi is quite a big favorite on a map like this versus Shen, though. I'm not quite sure it will go to an hour. I feel like, especially on a map like this, you can snowball with Navy quite badly, I'd say.
I mean, the interesting thing is that Shen didn't ban this versus Yudi.
He's not a coward.
He is not a coward. Okay, it can be many things, but he's not gonna ban Adapter Maridia versus Yudi.
Are you in game? Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm in game. I'm +2 in it.
Okay.
Although I gotta say, Shen, braver man than I to not ban it here versus Yudi. But maybe he has a plan.
Wouldn't it be more interesting if the players would spawn on the middle islands?
Yeah, I think that would be more interesting, and then they have to like decide how much to like spam across versus go everywhere else.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is with spawns like this is you kind of expand toward each other, so like for the mid-island control, so there's maybe more RNG with that, although you're closer together if you spawn on the mid-islands, but you basically like expand behind your main base. So like if you lose the early air, you can still get sniped, but your transport like expands away from your enemy, so you have a lot more time for things like that. I think generally things like that are more interesting. Like just if you spawn, you have a big map, but you spawn close to each other, but still the mid island is so well protected that you're not really that close to each other, so it doesn't really matter. But you basically expand all around you instead of in certain directions. So the Uni's transport actually does get sniped by Shen.
Oh my god. Alright, that's why this game's going on so long. This is a beautiful start. The NGs do land safely and survive, but now the transport's gone.
That is insanely important. If it didn't, I would have liked to watch Yudi stream and enable sounds. To say it like that.
Yeah, someone go clip whatever Yudi did when that happened to him. I wanna watch it later.
Yudi made a new transport and Shen is killing it. Although Yudi has an AA, so he's gonna lose the transport, but he loses it in his main base.
Alright, you're a bit ahead of me again. But
I'm on +2. You said you were on +2.
I am +2. The transport just
you
died.
Will catch up anyway. You will catch up because your +2 is faster than mine.
Alright, but critically, Shen did manage to drop the left island before losing his own transport. So we've had one successful drop out of 3 transports so far.
Have to keep in mind that there's no like core spawn locations. So even though he dropped that island, there's only 2 maxes in the hydro he can take, like right now. Question mark from Yudi. Another transport gets sniped.
Yudi with the question mark is like, what's going on here?
Does cost him quite some int.
He's a factory Yudi just on repeat transport construction.
Dude, those 6 engineers from Yudi, they walked all the way to Russia Hydro on the right side.
Alright,
they walked for 2.5 minutes to build that hydro.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. They're gonna build the hydro, and then there's this transport that's gonna come pick them up. I don't think the scout will spot it.
So now Shen is trying to drop Yudi's main island. Like the thing is, if they were close to each other in spawns, then I'm not sure it would have happened like this. But then again, I think you automatically spawn in like the slot 1 and 2, and if the island slot isn't 1 or 2, then it can't happen anyway. That's a very aggressive drop from Shen on the right island, and it's not gonna work. He's gonna lose the transports and both engineers. Yudi is gonna secure the corner actually faster than Shen, because Shen has spent a lot of math into indies to kill Yudi's transports, but he never rebuilt his own transport. He just walked his engineers everywhere.
I mean, he is ahead on the energy scaling. Like, he's using all what he has. He's, like, establishing control of these islands. He's having a nice time.
I tell you, but both players are overflowing 100 E per second, so it's not really as important.
Yep, okay. Let's see.
But it's,
I don't know, why did he build an air factory here on this island first? This is... I guess
that's a misclick, probably.
Yeah.
I feel like we should +1 it at this point.
Yeah, let's go down to +1.
This is not a map where +2. Also, another transport from Yudi gets sniped, I think.
Oh no, it's been locked. We need like a transport kill counter in the top right of the screen. This is brutal.
Just there's 3 dead transports next to Yudi's spawn.
Oh god, now there's Zuis making their way across the map.
Very surprisingly, both players picked Seraphim. Who would have expected this to happen? There's some subs out from Shen, which are actually very strong on this map. Subs are, even in a team game, subs are strong on this map. They're so annoying to deal with by raiding your back maxes.
There's so many underwater mexes to grab. It's very convenient.
You can deny them killing your mexes by surrounding your mex with 8 mass surges.
Oh, this is beautiful on the, I guess, Yudi's main island. He loses another transport. Bombers are killing all the build power, and now...
That Luke is very bad. He's definitely gonna lose that with those... Actually, no, maybe not.
I mean, he's even on land factories, but he has no build power anymore.
Yeah, Shen is expanding the build power on the island. Yudi's ICU is quite daring compared to Shen's, that's for sure.
I feel like Shen should go, like, say hi to Yudi's ACU over here before he loses all his power.
By the time he is where Yudi's ACU is, Yudi is already gone from that. Yudi is gonna walk to the proxy on his own island. So eco-wise, it's very similar. Yudi is behind on power and on mass, but mass not so much. Shen is overflowing 300 E per second though, so the power is irrelevant. But he is gonna rush tech to air right now, so he's gonna spend a lot more of that power.
Shen has a lot of expensive T1 subs. He's got 5 T1 subs, which is... Yeah, they're gonna get value, but they're expensive.
I mean, true. I mean, they are gonna be very annoying because there's Phobos in Yudi's main base. What's this?
Alright, they got any transports over there they can kill? Alright, he's losing P-gens. Oh god. He lost some outlying maxes.
Okay, so Yudi is gonna win his own islands. The proxy has 5 factories, but is used there, and he has the same amount of units. Actually more, because Shen is gonna be throwing away his units. So Yudi should probably shift towards mass engineers on the main island to get all the reclaim, because like there's not that many maxes on that island. I mean, they're spread out. There's like 8 in total, but the main island has the most reclaim. And it's deceiving how much reclaim there is on the map in locations, because if I remember correctly,
alright, my replay just ended. Do you want to stream to me?
At what time?
At 11:30.
I'm at 11:40 and I'm going.
Alright.
It's a huge issue, dude.
Well, it's the classic live replay ends bug.
Yeah, but somehow I didn't get it.
No, it doesn't. It's not consistent.
I'm streaming, guys. Yeah. But like the reclaim in these locations here, there's like multiple rocks inside each other. So it's fake how much mass there actually is. I think it's either 2 or 3 times the amount of rocks there are. I think 2. But that's almost every rock on the map, and it's good, because otherwise the map would be kind of starved on reclaim, and that makes it quite a bit more juicy. So Yudi should hurry up and grab as much of the reclaim here as possible. Here's the maxes in the back. They're very annoying, killing all the maxes, and it actually takes a long time to rebuild them because the distance is not, you know, that close to each other.
Yeah, and then at some point you have to have your torp bombers actually go find those subs, which are all spread out in a million different spots, and the Zui's in the main
exactly.
base.
Like this is the perfect map for subs, especially, you know, with the frigates like underwater vision nerf that happened like more than a year ago, but it's very hard to spot subs now compared to how it used to be, which is good because now they're actually a lot better. But Shen seems to be in a great position, which is understandable. How's his eco balance? Nice power.
I mean, he's got a nice lead, and there's just more Zuis in the main base.
Yeah, the thing is, you just got such an advantage on a map like this. It's extremely bad. Like, because Yudi is not being able to do any raiding, and raiding is insanely strong on this map. Yuri also didn't really make any subs, or maybe he did, but they died to the enemy subs. But Navy is very important here. Like, honestly, like these subs, like the underwater maxes, how many does he have? Like 20-ish? Well, Yuri has 6?
That is a big difference.
That's their entire mass income difference. Those underwater maxes.
Oh, and there's gunships moving out to the middle island where UD looks pretty vulnerable.
Gunships and torp bombers, and they're Seraphim, so...
Can UD do anything about this?
Die attack 1 max. I'm not sure. I mean, he can spam AA, but travel time is pretty low. UD definitely... He can't go into the water. Because 5 torp bombers is a lot more than 3 gunships. I mean, he can go in and out of the water, but there we go. But like, he needs to spam AA everywhere, and if he targets the gunships, I feel like he should have suicided his air to target the gunships. Then he could get out. Maybe he still can get out. He still has enough intis left. He can snipe out the gunships. There's way too many torp bombs. Although, of course, he does lose air in return, which is very bad. Although he does get a lot of mass again. But like, this is way too much AA for a few gunships to deal with.
I mean, he almost died there. He's down to less than half.
Yeah.
That's pretty scary. But now the gunships...
Oh my god, this main base, this is horrendous.
This is cyberbullying right here.
The air snipe failed. The mass income, funnily enough, is completely equal now. There's 2 tech 2 maxes for Shen, there's a lot more for Judy, there's 8. Although they are in very precarious positions across the map. But units count. Judy has 40k mass in every single unit he has. Shen has 50k mass, so Shen has like 20% more mass in everything.
But finally, Yudi gets some RDs across the map into Shen's main base for revenge.
Now it's Shen's turn to be fucked upon. There's so much mass. Wow, that died. Nice shields. Better safe than sorry, I guess, in a chaotic game like this. I mean, he loses the tech to max there to the subs, which is not too surprising. It's torp bombers. They're having a field day.
They're just... It's free real estate.
It's like, this is random gunships on a map like this is so strong. Like, that's why slow wouldn't be that bad on a map like this, because you know he just prepares 5 air factories, attack moves, 1 bomber like this, 1 like this, 1 like this, 1 like this, and then you just have to deal with those cancerous bombers the entire game.
It's just great value, like. And then if they ever bother to build enough air to stop it, or AA, you just don't do that anymore.
They almost always get some value. Even if you make static AA, eventually the bombers suicide to kill it and you have to deal with it again. And it's just such an attention drain that you lose efficient fights elsewhere. Even though the bombers are, of course, not that efficient in theory. So... You need slightly overbuilt there, but I guess it's understandable considering he almost died.
Yeah.
What is reclaim engineers? Oh, I keep misclicking. Doesn't have anything to reclaim here, that's very bad. That's funny looking tech to Navy HQ positioning.
I don't hate it, like...
Yeah, well considering like the left side is fucked. This is a choke point, so it's kind of defensible. He has lots of... This is where most of AA on the map is as well. This is the safest position aside from his main base, and maybe aside from here where he has build power too.
But somehow Yudi is out-ecoing Shen by a good margin now.
Yeah, Yudi is making maxes while Shen is mass stalling, making his infinite unit spam.
Yeah, but can that infinite unit spam accomplish things?
Well, exactly. That's Shen is making some maxes now, but he also is getting graded at some places. Like, it's random maxes that everywhere. He has 18 subs. What does Yudi have?
That seems like too many subs, to be honest.
None. Yudi has 6 triggers and that's his navy. Although I guess he will have Destroyer. He is having a lot of mass right now. He's making walls in his main base. Oh no.
Oh, he's gotta wall himself in.
I feel like what he really needs right now is 2 tech to radars, 1 here and 1 here. Just because his intel is very bad. Like especially considering like he probably at some point just wants to like kind of secure this corner properly without getting raided and wants to eco the rest of this up. But he keeps getting subbed, and like these random maxes are also getting subbed. And if you have the radar, like you just make like or sonar here and some torp launcher to deny sub raids, and you do the same somewhere here, and you guard the choke point with your navy, of course. Then you kind of free from harassment, even though you don't necessarily have map control. As long as Shen isn't really ecoing it, not necessarily bad.
What's going on with this power stall? More P-gens?
He starts it by rushing infinites. Okay, there's 90 inties and 12 gunships. But there's only 50 from Shen. Shen actually lost air very badly. Because he made this many torp bombers, I think. Shen also... He has 50k mass in Navy, but it's all for raiding. Which is fine, but I feel like he kinda overdid it. I mean, it's definitely working, but... GG. I feared this would happen.
Oh, it happened
That's
to you?
very sad. That's very sad.
Oh.
I actually don't know who was winning this. It's actually unironically close. Because these